special guest.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate being here, and I was asked to be brief and say a few words about the ambassador. So it's my privilege and the privilege of all East African here in Minnesota to welcome Ambassador Robinson Githae. Ambassador Robinson Githae was the member of Kenyan Parliament, Republic of Kenya, and he was the Minister of Finance of Kenya. That was one of the most powerful ministries that has actually transformed the economic engine of Kenya. And now Kenya is one of the largest economy in Kenya, and it's also the 5th largest economy that we have trade as the United States of America. As a Minnesotan, I told the ambassador that we have one of the coldest places on earth, but our hearts is warm, and you will feel how Minnesotans will welcome you when you come here. And I'm sure that he will be a testament to the warm welcome of Minnesota. But before I welcome him, I want to say a few words. I've been touched by Farhia Jordan's words, and I want to recognize, the heroes tonight, but also as a son that was born in a nomadic society. I was born under a tree. And you can understand, the healthcare facilities we have for granted here. So let's recognize the unsung heroes, all our mothers. I was raised by my mother, who just had no healthcare facilities. And like I said, I was actually born under a tree. So you can understand how was that difficult. So let's recognize and let's maybe pause a minute for all the East African mothers that doesn't have, or don't have the healthcare facilities that we have. And I can guarantee you, if you go around the room and ask how many of you at my age who were born under a tree, probably you'll find a lot of us. But the younger generations probably had better healthcare facilities than those who were born in cities. So let me welcome the ambassador. Let's thank him. He had actually full schedule. So we told him that the heroes of the East African, as he is one of the prominent East African ambassadors in Washington. He presented his credential to Obama back in November, and you can understand a Kenyan from Republic of Kenya presenting his credential to the son of Kenya. So we felt all proud of that moment. So welcome Ambassador Robinson Githae.
Heroes Award, I would like to come to witness this historic occasion and to give encouragement to this dynamic duo that great things start from a small idea. What you have started today, take it from me, 10 years from now, you will not be able to recognize it. It would have grown so big that next time you invite people, you'll have to restrict the admission because there will be so many, you don't know what to do. So tonight really is our day to recognize our heroes, and there are many heroes. I don't envy your job. When it's the first time, there are so many heroes, you don't know whom to take it up, whom to leave out. So I don't envy you, but I think you've done a good job. So for me today, Kenya was celebrating its 52nd Madaraka Day. Madaraka Day is a day that retained self-rule from the British. So Kenyans celebrated, but said, I must come here and give you encouragement and to tell you that 10 years from now, you will not recognize these awards. So thank you very much. And I hope that the next year's awards I'll be here. Yeah. Since I came, I've been here for the last 3 days. I have received nothing but the wonderful welcome, and everybody has been very warm. I don't know what you're talking about, cold weather. I just know about good and dynamic people of Minnesota. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ambassador. I want to say to you that we are grateful that you're here, and we hope that 10 years from now, we continue and we will raise some funding and donate those monies back to people who needs, because that's what it's all about. It's not about us, it's about them. But we have to recognize the small people for us to get up there. But also, I want to remind you one thing. Kenya does so many things, great things for the people of Somali. Every country has a bad and good, including this country, that great country that we love, United States of America. Every day you turn on the TV, something bad things, somebody's killing somebody, even our own here in Minneapolis. Kenya, sometimes we see images that we don't want to see, but the hope is in our hearts is every country has what the wish it is, peace for everybody. And I encourage you when you go back to Kenya, or when you are communicating with your government, remind them, these people that in Somalia, everybody is not bad out there. People are trying a good life, people are trying to go back home, people are trying to raise their children, people are trying to be families, just like any other families, no matter where you're from, what color or what country you're from. So my message to Kenyan government is, we are thankful, we appreciate it, all the years, the things that you guys did for the Somali community. But it's long way to go. I'm grateful to that.
Just to briefly add to that, His Excellency, I would like to add that January of 2014, Kijo had the great privilege of being invited by the Kenyan government to visit Kenya and conduct an assessment with youth. I myself, by the way, is a alumni of USIU, United States International University, one of Africa's best university, I would say a diplomatic school. But when we did conduct this assessment, we figured out a lot of the issues that young people face out here are somewhat the same. So wherever we are, our issues are the same, but due to circumstances and poverty, the ones out there got a lot more bad. I know the issue of CVE is really big. I know the issue of radicalization and Al-Shabaab is really, really huge globally. But when we did conduct the assessment, we visited Dadaab, which is one of the largest refugee camps in Garissa County, and we met with over 45 different youth groups. And we found out that there is a lack of education, a lack of employment, but most of all, a lack of hope that young people. We asked ourselves now, hey, once a young person says that when I wake up tomorrow, I have nothing to look forward to, there's a lack of education and a lack of employment as well, and opportunities, we said, all right, once a group like Al-Shabaab comes along and says, hey, we'll give you opportunities, we'll give you $300, even though you're in a refugee camp with your family, you guys probably live $1 a day, we'll give you $200, we'll open up businesses for you, we'll get you married, we'll take care of your family. Put yourselves in that young person's shoes, ladies and gentlemen. What would you do if you're vulnerable and you're in those type of shoes? Would you join? Or not? You definitely would. So I'd like to also encourage and urge the Kenyan government to also invest in young people out there, and also invest in young Somalis, especially the ones that are in refugee camps. They have it the worst. They say that there's a quote that goes, there isn't an idea that is as powerful as this time. If there's a time, this is the time, His Excellency. Please take that message back with you. Thank you. So moving forward. Thanks. All right. We have a great word here. All right. So we have the emerging Community Leader Hero Award of the Year here. And this year's Community Hero Award goes to a gentleman that fights day in and day out for our community's employment, our community's issues and workers' rights as well. 12 months ago, this young gentleman stepped into fighting for the workers' rights and increasing their minimum wage as well. For 15 years, they said that they worked at minimum wage rates, about $7 an hour at the airport. This person ended up going to jail for it, even though he's never had an arrest warrant or arrest history or a criminal history at all. Never been arrested before, but for the first time getting arrested, this person got arrested for his community as well. So with that being said, I'd like to give the Community Emerging Hero Award to a person that raised minimum wage from $7 within 12 months to $10 within a matter of 12 months, and still continues to fight.
While we are thinking about this guy, I want to mention also, as while we're thinking he's an emerging leader in the community, he also was advocating for the first black, not only Somali guy, through the governor, through his job, SEIU, to appoint the first black commissioner, and it happened to be Somali person who was working at the airport, $12 or $13 an hour. But today, he's the one of the commissioner at the airport, in Minneapolis International Airport. So we are honoring, we are recognizing this new person who's coming and engaging in the community, and his name is?
The Emerging Community Leader Hero of the Year goes to Barkad.
شعب كاليسي عبد البركة طيب أو قبليه الله اسمه سما أو الله اسمه عبد البركة
Tonight, I cannot imagine myself. I always heard of the minimum wage workers in the state of Minnesota, but Allah only knows what I do day and night, and I appreciate the crowd who came here to recognize me for this award. Thank you, everyone.